Welcome to today's practice. For today's practice, I recommend a block as well as a blanket for the knees and a bolster or pillow if you have one. And we'll begin today in child's pose, making this space as supported as you can, whether that be support under the knees or the forehead. Once you arrive there, finding some softness, let the knees either be together, or if it feels good for the hips and low back, maybe they come apart, belly rests between thighs. Let the forehead be heavy, letting the heart melt down towards the earth, creating space with your breath. And perhaps setting an intention for your practice today, if you choose to take one. Otherwise, just settling into your breath, quieting the mind, taking this next 30 minutes that you've set aside for yourself. When you're ready, starting to walk the hands towards the body, finding a nice tall seat, and you can either stay here on the knees, or if you would like, you can come down to a seat with the legs crossed. And just finding some breath and some movement here in the neck. Let the chin drop down towards the chest, starting to take some circles towards the left. And honoring your body in this moment, maybe these circles are small with just the head and the neck, or maybe you incorporate the shoulders and chest. Letting these circles be soft and heavy, moving with your breath. When chin arrives back down towards chest, inhale, letting yourself rise tall, arms reach up and overhead, palms connect. As you exhale, making a fist, gently interlacing the fingers, pressing palms forward, rounding out the spine. Inhale, reaching palms high, nice tall spine. Exhale, expanding arms down and out by the sides. Letting yourself release hands wherever feels comfortable, taking a breath. Exhaling, chin to chest, finding those circles, those spirals on the opposite side. Head is heavy towards the right. Maybe you incorporate the shoulders here. Moving with your breath. On your own time, letting the chin become heavy down towards the chest. Inhaling, nice tall spine, arms sweep up and overhead, palms connect. As they arrive, interlace the fingers. Gently flip the palms forward, rounding the spine, hollow out the belly. Inhale, lifting arms back up and overhead. Exhaling, the arms expand out. Letting yourself just gently make your way to a comfortable seat. If you haven't already come to a seat, moving any props out of the way. And we'll find our way down to the back, taking yourself there however you need to. Once you find your way there, you can hug the knees softly in, giving yourself a little rock, sway, massaging the low back. Whatever you need here, taking your time. From this space, letting yourself gently plant the feet down, keeping heels close enough to the glutes that you could almost touch them. Inhale, lifting the hips, finding a bridge, but letting the arms go with you, reaching up and overhead. Exhaling to softly roll back down, arms float back by the sides. Taking 2 more rounds here, moving with your breath, inhaling to rise and exhaling to lower.
Yeah, I just kept dreaming. It wasn't very hard. I spent all this time trying to figure out why nobody on my side.
Once you arrive back down on the earth, gently draw knees in towards the chest, letting your arms splay out by the sides, keeping the elbows bent in a cactus position. Exhaling to let knees drop towards the left side, finding eyes looking towards the right hand, taking a spinal twist here.
So please don't take my feelings.
With your inhale breath, pressing belly button to spine, letting the knees come back through center. And exhaling, let them drape towards the right side of your room, gazing the eyes towards the left hand. With your next inhale breath, taking belly button to the spine, carrying the knees back through center.
So I just kept going.
Once you arrive there,
I just kept
letting
going.
yourself once more hug the knees. This time gently tucking the chin in towards the chest, making yourself into a little ball, hovering the shoulders.
That's good and fine.
With your exhale breath, let everything extend out long. Full body stretch, arms reach up and overhead, toes pull out long. Taking your time to exhale, gently curling over to whichever side feels most comfortable. And from this space, making your way to your tabletop. If you would like, you can take blankets with you to place underneath the knees. When you arrive there, letting yourself stack the hands under the shoulders and the knees under the pelvis. Begin with some cat and cow here. Inhale, let the belly drop, heart expands forward, hips go back. Exhale, push the belly button towards the spine, arch the back like a Halloween cat. Taking a few more rounds here, just breathing. Maybe you close the eyes, taking the gaze internally. Maybe you layer on some other shapes or circles, just listening to your body here in this moment, ebbing and flowing through the spine. When you're ready, letting yourself gently tuck the toes, inhaling, and exhaling to send the hips high and back, finding your downward facing dog. Soft bend through the knees. If you've taken a blanket with you, maybe wiggling that out of the way, just clearing your walkway. Nice long spine, planting the hands down with your inhale, rising to tiptoes. Exhale, making your way to the hands, finding your forward fold. Soft or deep bend in the knees. Inhaling to take hands to the shins, slide halfway, lift and lengthen whenever you're ready. As you exhale, bowing forward. And taking your next inhale to lift you tall, arms sweep up and overhead, palms connect as you rise. Exhaling, hands to heart. Inhale, arms sweep you tall, palms connect. Exhale, bowing softly over two bent legs. Inhaling, sliding halfway up the shins. Beautiful long spine, exhaling to bow. Inhale, arms sweep high, lifting you tall, rising up, palms connect. Exhale, dripping hands to heart center. Moving through, inhale, arms rise. Exhaling to bow. Inhale, sliding halfway. Exhale, thinking about melting, letting the heart melt down towards the mat, bowing over legs. Inhaling, reaching tall, lifting yourself up, palms connect. Exhale, melting hands to heart. Settling into stillness here. You can take the feet about hips distance apart. Soft bend in the knees. Take one hand to the belly, one hand to the heart if that feels comfortable here. Tapping into the breath and the heart space. Taking a moment here to come back home to yourself, to your breath, to your body. Feeling your roots. Feeling your breath, your strength here. Your next inhale breath, letting the arms sweep up and overhead, palms connect. Exhale, melting, dripping the heart down towards the mat, forward fold. Gently stepping left toes back, right toes to follow, letting the knees drop, lowering into your child's pose. If you would like, you can again set up with your blanket here underneath the knees, finding that support, that cushion. Letting the forehead be heavy. As you inhale, lifting through a nice long spine, start to walk the hands towards the left side of your mat, breathing into your right side body. Perhaps stacking right hand on top of the left, breathing here. Inhale, lifting back through a nice long spine, walking the hands through center and over towards the right side, perhaps stacking left hand on top of right this time. Breathing into that left rib cage, feeling that stretch from the pinky all the way down into the left hip crease. With your inhale, walking back through center, planting the palms. And inhaling, rise back through tabletop. Setting hands underneath shoulders. As you inhale, take left hand to the heart, start to twist open, elbow towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle softly lower down to shoulder and cheek. Option to leave the right hand here, or if you would like, you can wrap the right arm around the small of the back, reaching towards your left front pocket if you had one. Mindful to have that support for the head and neck through the shoulder, lowering right hand down, and gently unraveling back the way you came. Press through palm, hand to heart, twisting through. Returning back to tabletop before alternating sides. This time, right hand to heart. Inhale, twist, elbow towards the sky. Exhale, thread the needle, softly lowering down to shoulder and cheek. Option to keep left hand by the nose for support, or you can wrap around the small of the back. With your exhale breath, allowing hand to come back alongside the face by the nose. Setting yourself up to inhale, press through left palm, retrace your steps, right hand to heart, twist through center. Stacking wrists underneath the shoulders, back to your tabletop. From tabletop, send right toes back, hover them right away. You can stay here, or if you would like, you can bend the knee, pull toes towards the sky, lift the eyes. Wherever you choose to be, with your exhale, send knee towards the chest, planting shin down just a little bit in front of that left knee. Sending left toes back, letting yourself have support from left toes like a kickstand to spiral open. Lifting left fingertips towards the sky so that the right knee, the left toes, and the heart all face in the same direction. Exhale, let left hand spill over the ear, reaching overhead, side body stretch. Exhale, sit hips back, let the arm reach forward, down towards the extended leg. Inhale, lifting up, pressing hips forward. Exhale, sitting back towards the heels, sweeping the arm. Inhaling to lift. Exhaling to sweep, sitting back. Inhale lifts you tall. Gazing down at your right hand, take left hand alongside to meet it, squaring off the hips, wiggling the knee back through center, keeping left toes back. Letting yourself inhale, lift that left toe right away. You can keep it long, or again, maybe you find a bend in the knee, sending the toes up towards the sky, lifting the eyes. Wherever you choose to be, exhale, start to carry left knee towards the chest, planting the shin, planting the knee just a few inches in front of the opposite foot. Sending right toes back, letting them spiraling open through the knee so that the chest, the hips, the knee, the toes all face towards the side of your room. Finding right arm towards the sky and dripping it over the ear. Finding your flow here as you exhale, sit hips down and back. Inhale, sweeping, pressing hips forward. Exhale, sitting back, taking the arm on whatever journey feels good here. Inhaling to sweep up. One last round. Once you arrive back to that side body arc, gazing down at your left hand, place right hand alongside, pivoting your way back through center, keeping the right leg extended out long behind you. Inhaling to lift the leg up. Exhale, take right knee towards the chest, this time planting right foot in between the hands. When you take your next inhale, take hands to the front thigh for support, setting up in our low lunge. Back toes can be tucked or untucked. Inhaling to take arms up and overhead, let the shoulders be soft. Thinking about the front heel pulling towards the back knee, integrating the inner linings of the legs. Inhaling. And exhale, take hands down, frame the front foot. Maybe taking a block with you here to plant left hand, left inside hand onto the earth or block. And inhaling, reaching right arm up towards the sky, twisting here. Arm can stay high, or exhale, plant that hand onto the low back, the back of the pelvis. Soft through the shoulders. Taking your next inhale breath to reach the arm up high if you chose to bind. Exhale, framing the front foot. And again, if you have blocks, you can take them with you as you untuck the back toes. Start to shift the weight back, lengthen through the front leg. Pull toes back towards the face, finding your half split. Finding some breath here, softness through the back of the leg, breathing deeply, melting, dripping the heart forward. Inhaling to lift and exhaling to soften. Finding your way to that nice tall spine, inching your way back forward, taking a block to the inside of the front foot, or 2 blocks if you have them, to take them for a walk with you as you pivot towards the long way on your mat. Finding your wide-legged forward fold. Taking whatever it is that you need here. From this space, taking your time, you can bend through the knees, finding an alternating side to side lunge. If there's anything else in your practice in this moment that you need, feel free to take it. On your own time, starting to walk the fingertips back forward, taking toes to face forward as well, lowering the back knee, taking hands to the inside of the front foot, and heel toeing that front foot to the outer edge of the mat, setting up for a lizard pose here. And again, making the space cozy for you. You can take a block underneath the hands or the elbows. If it's accessible in your practice to take this a little further, feel free to do so. Just listening to your body and your breath here. Taking your time to gently place the hands back onto the earth if you chose to lower. And shifting yourself back, letting that right leg come back and around, however it needs to get there, so that knees can come together. You can sit back into your child's pose. Arms extended out long. Inhaling to come back through center. Stacking as you inhale, letting that left heel extend back. This time exhaling to left knee comes towards the chest, plant left foot in between the hands. Finding your roots here, inhale, hands come to the front thigh for support, setting up. Front knee stacks over ankle. Inhaling, arms sweep up and overhead. Shoulders soft, letting go of any tension in the jaw, the forehead. Exhale, breath, let hands come down, frame the front foot. Letting yourself plant right hand onto earth or block as you inhale, left hand reaches up towards the sky, finding your twist. Or maybe you wrap that left arm around the small of the back or finding hand on the sacrum. See if you can gaze over the top left shoulder. Inhaling to unravel the arm if you chose to take it elsewhere. Framing the front foot. Letting yourself shift the weight back, taking hands onto blocks if that feels serving in this moment for your half split. Front leg is long, toes pull back towards the face. Breathing to inhale, lengthen. Exhale, letting it out, bowing towards the leg, melting over. With your next inhale, shifting the weight back forward, letting yourself tuck the back toes, lift the knee, starting to walk yourself towards the long way on the mat. This time, soft bend in the knees, letting yourself rise tall, standing up. Inhale, arms reach up and overhead. Exhale, take right hand wrapping around the small of the back as top left hand pulls you up and over. Finding a nice long side body stretch here. Inhale to lift back tall. Right hand comes up and overhead, reaching both hands. Exhale, left hand around the small of the back, reaching right hand up and over. Breathing into that side body, into the rib cage. Inhaling to reset, both hands high. Exhale, bowing and melting through heart center, finding hands to the floor. Taking your hands back to the top of the mat, rotating toes with you, letting back knee lower. And once more, heel toeing that front foot to the outer edge of the mat. Hands come to the inside of the foot. Block can be under the hands or under the elbows if you choose to lower, finding your version, your variation of lizard here today. Breathing here and taking your time to gently plant the hands onto the earth, walking yourself back tall and heel toeing the foot back center. Gently lifting the back knee, tucking the toes, either stepping or wiggling that foot back to the top of the mat, finding your forward fold. Inhale, breath, slide halfway, lift and lengthen. Exhaling to bow. Inhale, arms sweep all the way up and overhead, reaching you tall. Exhale, palms to the heart. Finding your breath. As you inhale, letting yourself sweep the arms once more up and overhead. Exhaling, pouring over to softly bent legs. Inhaling to slide halfway lift. Exhaling to fold. Allow yourself to deepen the bend in the knees, folding yourself into a little ball. And taking the hips down, coming to a seat. You can take any props with you to the back of the mat or to the sides that you have them. And we'll start by taking a bolster if you have one, or if not, taking a rolled up towel, a rolled up blanket, or even a foam roller if you have one at home, to take a supported fish pose here. So taking whatever you choose to the very back of the pelvis, and gently rolling down through the spine, elongating the spine onto the mat. And if the head touches the earth and it's a little bit too open here, you can always place a block underneath the head. And just staying here for a few breaths, letting that heart expand, melting open. Breathing into stillness here. Taking your time to gently come off of your towel roll or bolster and finding your way back down to the earth. And taking a block with you if you have one, or if not, you can continue to use that folded up towel or blanket to plant the feet onto the earth. Inhale, lift the hips just enough to place your prop underneath the pelvis. Taking a supported bridge pose here. Head is still, hips are heavy and supported on your prop. Finding your breath. With your next inhale, lifting the hips just enough to remove your prop from underneath you. And taking this moment, if there's any final wiggles, any final postures that your body needs in this moment, feel free to take them now. Otherwise, setting up for our final resting pose, Shavasana, letting yourself find a comfortable space supported by props if you need them. Settling into the breath and into the body for our final resting posture. Slowly and gently begin to wiggle the fingers and toes, bringing the awareness back into the space, back into the body. The head rock heavy side to side. Inhaling, taking a full body stretch, arms reach up and overhead. Taking your time to exhale, curling over to whichever side feels most comfortable. Pausing here for a moment, letting the earth, the mat support you, so that when you're ready, you can press the palms into the earth, coming to a comfortable seat with hands at heart center whenever you arrive. With hands at heart center, our space of love and gratitude and compassion, taking a moment to send some of those qualities out into the world, out into the universe, sending some of those qualities out into the space that you've practiced in. And last but not least, sending some love, gratitude, and compassion in towards yourself for showing up for your practice today. Allowing the thumbs to draw just between the brows at our third eye. Exhaling, we bow in gratitude. Thank you so much for joining me today. And have a beautiful rest of your day.